Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? By Julie Smith. Welcome to Bookshare Audio, where every idea awakens the mind and every truth becomes a guide to transformation. There are moments in life when the world feels heavy, when the mind grows quiet yet full of noise. We find ourselves staring at the ceiling, wondering why it feels so hard to be okay. Why happiness slips through our fingers even when we're doing everything right. In those moments, it's easy to think something is wrong with us, that others were somehow born knowing how to handle life while we're still trying to make sense of it all. But the truth is, nothing is wrong with you. You are simply human, living, feeling, surviving, and learning. What no one tells us early enough is that the mind, like the body, needs daily care, practice, and understanding. To live well is not to avoid struggle, but to understand it, to see that our emotions, no matter how painful, are not signs of weakness, but messages from within. Every feeling you have, sadness, anger, fear, hope, carries information about what matters to you, about the parts of life that need your attention. When we stop trying to silence those emotions and instead begin to listen, we uncover a wisdom that was always waiting beneath the noise. Low mood, for instance, is not a defect in your brain. It is your system's signal that something is out of balance. Like body temperature or hunger, your emotions fluctuate in response to how you care for yourself, what you focus on, and the world around you. Yet when sadness arrives, we often treat it as an enemy, something to hide or escape. We scroll endlessly, distract ourselves, or numb the pain with quick fixes. But instant relief, though comforting for a moment, deepens the emptiness later. True healing asks us to pause and pay attention. What am I feeling? Where in my body does this emotion live? What is it asking me to notice? Our feelings are born from countless tiny interactions between body, mind, and environment. A restless night, an argument, skipped meals, loneliness, or even dehydration all shape the way we see the world. When we recognize this, we stop defining ourselves by our mood and instead start tending to the roots that nourish it. Sometimes the most profound change begins not in the mind, but in the smallest acts of care. Drinking water, stepping outside, calling someone you trust, or getting enough rest. The path back to balance is not found in grand gestures, but in gentle, consistent attention to what keeps you alive. Our thoughts, too, weave into this fabric of emotion. What we think affects how we feel, but how we feel also shapes what we think. When our mood dips, our minds filter the world through a darker lens. A friend's silence becomes rejection. A small mistake becomes proof we are failures. These are not truths, they are distortions. They are the mind's attempts to make sense of discomfort. The more we believe them, the deeper the spiral becomes. But the moment we see them for what they are, temporary, biased, passing, we regain a small but powerful freedom, the freedom to choose how to respond. You cannot control the thoughts that appear, but you can learn to see them without becoming them. Imagine every thought as a cloud drifting across the sky. You can chase each one, or you can lie back and watch them pass. The skill of stepping back, of observing your own mind, is not detachment, it is awareness. It is realizing that you are not your thoughts, but the space that notices them. This awareness becomes a shield against the traps our minds set, the shoulds that tell us we're never enough, the perfectionism that convinces us only flawless effort deserves peace, the all-or-nothing thinking that turns one small mistake into proof of total failure. To be human is to be imperfect. Growth does not happen in the absence of mistakes. It happens because of them. Each moment you fall is an invitation to rise with more understanding. When you stop fighting every feeling and begin to meet yourself with curiosity instead of judgment, something changes. You start to notice that emotions, even the painful ones, move through you like waves, rising, cresting, and falling. You do not have to drown in them. You can let them flow. That is the art of emotional maturity, not suppressing or fixing every emotion, but learning to sit with them, breathe through them, and respond wisely. Motivation, too, is not something we wait for. It is something we create. There will be days when you feel no drive, when your mind says, "I can't," before you've even begun. But motivation does not precede action. It follows it. The smallest step, taken even without feeling ready, can awaken the energy you've been waiting for. When you move your body, your mind follows. The secret is to stop waiting for the perfect moment, because every moment you act becomes perfect enough to move you forward. And yet, there are times when life strikes deeper blows: grief, loss, disappointment, the quiet ache of things that will never be the same. In those times, healing is not about moving on. It is about learning to live alongside what has changed. Grief does not leave us, it transforms us. It reminds us that love and pain are two sides of the same truth, that we hurt deeply because we have loved deeply. Allowing yourself to feel the full range of that ache is not weakness. It is proof of your capacity for connection. When we stop trying to erase pain and instead learn to carry it with tenderness, we discover resilience. Strength is not the absence of pain, but the decision to keep showing up with an open heart. It is the courage to rebuild meaning, even in the ruins of what was lost. It is waking each morning and choosing, once again, to begin. Fear, too, walks beside us all. We think the goal is to eliminate fear, to reach a place where we never feel anxious or uncertain. But fear is not the enemy. It is the messenger that whispers, "You're about to grow." Courage is not calmness in the absence of fear. It is movement in the presence of it. Every time you do something afraid, you expand the limits of what your mind believes you can survive. Stress, anxiety, fear, they are not proof of failure. They are signals of life trying to adapt. The body's heartbeat quickens, not to punish you, but to prepare you. The breath shortens, not to suffocate you, but to supply energy. The same system that makes you panic also makes you powerful when you understand it. The key is not to suppress stress, but to learn to work with it. Breathe deeper, move gently, name what you feel, and you'll see that the storm inside you is not an enemy, it's a force waiting to be guided. And then there is self-doubt, that quiet, corrosive whisper that says, "You're not enough." It shows up when we're most vulnerable, and it feeds on comparison. But confidence isn't built by waiting for doubt to disappear. It's built by acting while it's still there. Every time you follow through despite fear, your mind learns something new, that you can trust yourself. Confidence is not the absence of insecurity. It is the ongoing conversation where you remind yourself again and again that you're capable, worthy, and growing. Even when the world feels too much, remember this. You do not need to fix everything at once. You just need to keep one promise to yourself at a time. Eat when you're hungry, rest when you're tired, go outside, speak kindly to yourself, text a friend, cry when you need to. These are not small things. They are the foundations of being human. Sometimes we forget that mental health is not about being happy all the time. It's about building resilience. Resilience is not toughness or denial. It's the quiet strength to bend without breaking, to rest without giving up, to feel deeply without losing hope. It's the muscle we build each time we face discomfort and choose to keep moving anyway. But resilience does not grow in isolation. We heal in connection, through the people who listen, the spaces that hold us, and the moments when someone says, "Me too." When we reach out instead of shutting down, when we speak instead of pretending, we remember that we are not alone. Healing often begins the moment we are heard. Beyond the individual moments of struggle lies something even greater: the search for meaning. The greatest mistake we make is thinking life should always feel happy. But happiness is not a permanent state. It is a fleeting signal that we are aligned with what matters. If we chase happiness itself, we lose it. If we chase meaning, happiness follows naturally as a byproduct of living truthfully. Meaning is built from the quiet choices of everyday life. Doing what you value, even when it's hard. Showing kindness when it's inconvenient. Loving even when you've been hurt before. A meaningful life is not made of constant joy, but of consistency in what you stand for. It is the ability to say, even if it's hard, this matters to me. When you live by that principle, every challenge becomes a teacher, every emotion a message, and every day an opportunity to begin again. So, how do you begin? Start with awareness. Notice your thoughts without judgment. Notice how your body feels when you're anxious, how it relaxes when you breathe slowly, how it softens when you allow kindness in. Awareness is the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. The more you practice it, the more you realize that you are not broken, you are unfolding. The journey of the mind is not linear. You will move forward and backward, fall and rise and fall again. But each fall carves depth into your understanding. Each rise strengthens your belief that you can. Healing is not the end of pain. It's the expansion of your capacity to live with it, to hold both sorrow and gratitude in the same heart, to know that darkness and light are not opposites, but companions. When you wake in the morning and the world feels heavy, remember that you don't have to feel ready to take the first step. Just take it. When you make your bed, when you shower, when you step into the sunlight, when you speak kindly to yourself, these are acts of rebellion against despair. Each one whispers, "I am still here." There will be days when you feel strong and others when you don't recognize yourself. On those days, remind yourself gently that healing is not a race. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be to learn what this moment has to teach you. And if no one has told you this before, you are not alone and you are not behind. The mind can be trained, the heart can heal, and life can be meaningful even when it's messy. What matters is not perfection, but persistence. The willingness to meet yourself honestly, again and again, and choose growth over fear. So feed your mind like you would your body. Rest when you need to. Move when you can. Speak kindly to the person you see in the mirror. Every small act of care plants a seed that will bloom when you need it most. In the end, life is not about avoiding storms, but learning how to dance in the rain, to find rhythm, grace, and presence even as the sky darkens. The mind, when understood, becomes not a battlefield, but a garden. And when you care for that garden daily with awareness, patience, and compassion, you'll find that peace was never somewhere far away. It was waiting inside you all along. This is Bookshare Audio, where every idea awakens the mind and every truth becomes a guide to transformation. Thank you for listening. If this reflection touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And tell us in the comments below which book you'd like us to explore next. Your voice shapes the next journey we take together. Thank you.